Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Susan Corvo joining us here once again, the president of Susan Corvo Redesign LLC from Fairfield, Connecticut. Welcome back to the show today, my interior designer, and gosh, there's many titles to your name. How are you?
I am great, thanks, Jill. How are you?
I'm doing great. And I know you help so many people out there reimagine their world and your passion and goals to really help them love their home. Would you mind just telling us a little bit about what you do specifically?
Yes. So as an interior designer, I help people make a wise, strategic investment in their home and helping them so that they can either remodel, reimagine it, repurpose, so that they can say, I love coming home each and every day. So it needs to be about beauty and function.
And we've talked in regards to outdoor spaces, remodeling kitchens, moving into homes. And today, what did you have in mind for us?
Today, let's talk about bathroom renovations. I've been getting a lot of calls about people that are moving into homes, leaving New York and kind of moving into the suburbs and saying, okay, now what do I do with this bathroom?
Got it. I know. Look, my parents' house still has a yellow tiled bathroom from the 80s
yes,
and the 70s.
I bet the grout's in perfect shape.
Believe it or not, it is 100% white and pure. My mother was a cleaning fanatic when she was alive, and it looks brand new with yellow tiles. You would never imagine. I'm not kidding. But that's a rarity.
I know. Does it have a yellow toilet?
Yeah, of course it does.
Of course.
Well, those are some of the types of things, right? Outdated bathrooms. My goodness. I want to know, how we can create a bathroom that really makes you smile. So where do you start from a style and purchase perspective? So the tile, the vanity, the floor?
So I think you start with what your budget is. And you say, okay, how much do I want to spend on this? Now, remember, when it's a bathroom that has all that old yellow tile, that plumbing in the wall needs to be changed out. So it really, when it's that old, has to be gutted. So you have to get new valves in the wall, and have to check the piping, and they have to check the waistline to make sure there's no leaks and anything else, because it's pretty old. And so you start with saying, what do I want to spend on this? And knowing that the plumbing cost is going to be significant, then you say, great, do I have room to renovate? Can I fit a double, vanity? Do I do a single vanity? And then you think about really starting with your tile, because vanities are going to be simple in color. It's going to be white, natural wood, gray, something like that. So you kind of start with your tile and say, all right, what do I want to do? We don't tile up the wall necessarily anymore like they did in that yellow bathroom. We usually just say, we tile the walls of the shower or the tub, and maybe if it's a freestanding tub, we might tile, in the back of it. So you kind of really start saying, okay, what do I want my tile to look like, and what do I envision this bathroom to be?
And now, in order to envision it, and people start looking through magazines to get ideas, and right, I'm assuming people come to you with specifics of what they want, but not everybody knows. So what are some of the things they should be looking for?
Yeah, so one of the things that people will come and say, oh, my God, I saw this on House, or I saw this on Pinterest, and I just love this. And a lot of people are they're thinking, oh, I want marble. And marble is great if you can afford it, but it's very expensive, and marble will etch. You have to be very, very careful in your bathroom, especially countertops. So what I'll say to them is, show me the look that you want. And so for a tile floor, it's really important that it's not slippery. So if you're going to use marble, it has to be honed on the floor. It can't be polished. You'll be slipping and sliding the minute it gets wet. And even when you're looking at other floor tile, you definitely want to make sure that it's a matte finish and not a polished finish on your floor, or you will get out of your tub or shower and go flying. So that's the number one thing I say to everybody is make sure floor tile is honed or matte, definitely unpolished so that it's safe.
Got it. Good to know. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking about a floor mat. But yeah, floor mats don't go that far, right?
Your floor mat's going to still keep you flying, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else?
So then we think about your vanity. So people say, oh, can't I just buy one that's already pre-done either from Wayfair or House? And you can. If you spend a lot of money for it, it might be good quality. But a lot of times I say, those are great if you're looking to sell your house and you need to remodel, like your parents' house. Like if they're saying, "Oh, I need to remodel to sell," but we're not going to be using it that much. Then you can maybe get one off the Wayfarer house and have it, the countertop and the sink and the faucet all in one, but they're not going to last long. So I always say to people, if you're in your house and you plan on staying there for a long time, especially if it's the kids' bathroom, you want to get a cabinet, with your designer from a cabinet maker so that then you add your sink and you add your countertop, because that's going to be a better quality cabinet. And that really means, do you need drawers? How many? Do you need a cabinet? I always say you could be the one that likes the open shelving. That's great. We can still do something like that. But you just want to be careful of the ones that are already prefab, because they don't always withstand the test of time.
Got it. Good to know. Perfect. Yeah, because that water, right? How, being in the shower and, couldn't the vanities get, what's the word, like swell from the water, in the room?
Yep. Yep. And so they also, I have a client that bought one of those pre-made vanities, and the kids will wash their hands and then go to dry them. The whole side of the cabinet is sort of destroyed because of water that has dripped down. And she's like, now what do? I don't want to change it till it's a little older. I'm like, all right, well, we can always paint it for now just to be able to keep it until, the kids are a little bit older, then we can change it out. And I always say, your cabinets, when they're good quality, can withstand a bathroom. You want to make sure in a bathroom that you put a vent. Even if your contractor says there's a window, you don't need it, you need it. Because in the middle of winter, you're not opening that window.
No.
And it's really important to have an exhaust vent, because that steam, an exhaust vent that is strong enough. It may be a little noisy, because if it's really quiet, it's probably not doing enough. So that exhaust vent is what's going to help take the steam out of the bathroom and protect your cabinets.
Yep.
And your walls. If you ever see some streaking on your walls, it's because you've been taking a hot shower and the steam is just kind of collecting, and then it kind of streaks down the walls.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're right. That's exactly how my bathroom is.
Yeah. And you need a stronger exhaust vent.
All right. Good to know about that. Thank you so much. All right. So the vanity, the floor. And speaking of, let me ask you this, on the floor itself, people don't put, in a house, a lot of people putting those fake tiles down. That's not porcelain. It's vinyl. You can't put that in a bathroom,
Vinyl.
Can you?
Well, it depends. There are some, and I've done it before. I've done it a lot in Florida, too, believe it or not, because they want that seamless with no transitions. You can put a vinyl plank if it's a commercial grade and if it's waterproof, and it's glued down, you can put it there. Mm-hmm. Especially if you think about the bathroom, you can do it as long as there's no seams, and you're doing a bath mat. You have to still be a little bit careful, but they're coming a long way where you can do a luxury vinyl plank into the bathroom. They do it a lot commercially, too. Mm-hmm. If you go into a restaurant and you look at the floors, it'll be a commercial vinyl plank, and it'll go into the bathroom. It's best, you have to be careful. If it's a kid's bathroom, I would never suggest doing it, because that tub, they're taking a tub and it's overflowing.
Yeah.
There's water everywhere. There's water everywhere. They're splashing, they're playing. So I always say in a kid's bathroom, not so much.
Got it. All right. So you want to talk a little about remodeling to sell, or, what are some of the must-haves that people are just selling and have to do something quickly in a sense and not too expensive?
Yep. So a lot of times I say, you're looking to sell your house, and like your parents' house with the yellow. I've seen pink. I've seen blue tile, and it like your mom. It was impeccable. There wasn't a single piece of grout missing. It was pure white. It looks stunning. And she's like, well, why would I need to redo this? I'm like, because people are going to come in and look at that blue toilet and these blue walls and that blue tub and be like, ugh. And people think that, oh, my God, I have to redo the bathroom. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. And they may shy away from buying the house. So what I will tell people in that case is say, look, this is a simple remodel to sell. And this would be, let me go ahead, you have to get the stuff off the walls, all the tile, put a new tub in, use a simple subway tile. Subway tile is so classic. It never goes out of style. I look at my bathrooms that I've done with subway tile, and every day I'm like, oh, I love these. Like, I never want to change it because it's so simple and it goes with everything. And so I'll say, let's do something simple on the floor, simple on the walls, and at that point, if you're just looking to sell the house, then I would say let's find a vanity on Wayfair or House, or Home Depot that is all in one, where that comes. Sometimes they come with a faucet, sometimes not, but usually the sink is in it and the vanity top, and you could put that in, and it looks beautiful. And you're just doing it to sell the house. And people will say, oh, great, the bathroom's done. It really makes a big difference. And that really makes a big difference when you're selling, because looking at it brand new, and there's some great tiles you can do, whether you do 12 by 24 on the floor, you do like a 3 by 10 or 4 by 10, which looks like a wood look, but in a neutral, and I always say very neutral. If you're remodeling to sell, you want to stay really neutral. Don't think, oh, I have to like this. It's not for you. It's for people to imagine themselves in the home. So then that's why I stick very neutral on the floor, do a subway or larger subway around the tub if you want, and keep it simple. Keep it a white vanity, keep it a neutral top, get definitely a white toilet, and then just paint the walls. And for that, I'd say hang a mirror and do your vanity light. If I was remodeling because you were living there, I always tell people to put a medicine cabinet in, because you can never have enough storage.
True.
And a medicine cabinet is recessed. There's beautiful ones out there now. They have ones with lights in them. They have ones without lights in them. But if you're remodeling to stay, there is nothing better than a good medicine cabinet to put stuff in, because it holds so much stuff.
Wow, that is interesting. And now they make them into the wall now, too, right? My mom's old house has it pushed on the outside, but there's, right?
Yeah, so we've come a long way since that house was built. And so now they're recessed into the wall, and they can be framed in metal and wood or anything. I mean, they're just beautiful. And if you're going to use a medicine cabinet, I tell people, be careful of putting sconces on the sides of it, because when you open the door can smash into the sconce. I always say use a vanity light above it, so that you don't have to worry about opening the door and making sure it stops. And even sometimes with the new recessed medicine cabinets, you open it and they have the magnifier mirror inside, so that we can actually see when we put our makeup on.
Yep. Wow.
Since as we age, we all need magnifiers at this point.
Yep. Wow. It is really true.
It is.
Oh my.
I have more women that ask me, oh my God, I'm going to need something magnifying. Can I put something separate on the wall? And I'm like, well, some of the newer medicine cabinets, you open up the door, and on the inside of the door, it's lit up and there's a magnifier. They're like, I'm sold. I want that.
Yep. Wow. All right. Well, continuing, Susan Corvo, I just want to point out your website to those listening today, SusanCorvo.com. If you have any questions there, would you mind sharing phone number or other forms of contact for everyone?
Absolutely. You can always reach out to me at Susan@SusanCorvo.com, or you can call me on my cell phone, 203-536-0712. I am always open to a phone call, give free phone consultations if you've got a question or you're just stuck on something, or you have, even if you've already hired another interior designer and you're stumped on something, you have a question, please feel free to give me a call.
Perfect. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Is your home ready for a new look? Would you love to work with an interior designer but think it's unaffordable? I'm Susan Corvo of Susan Corvo Redesign, and with my unique approach to interior design, you can live in a beautiful, functional home. Whether you need a whole house renovation, a custom designed kitchen, or assistance just choosing paint colors and window treatments, I offer flexible plans that work for you, your budget, and timeline. A beautiful home starts with what you already have and love. Let me help you reimagine your world. Learn more at SusanCorvo.com.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back. Susan Corvo Design joining us here. We are reimagining our world. Check out her website, SusanCorvo.com. Look at the portfolio and the galleries and the testimonials of all the types of work she can do, from interior design, decorating, and kitchens and baths. And today we're on the bath topic. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's interesting. A lot of people call me and they're like, I want to should I actually put heat in my bathroom floor? And I always say, if you can afford it, it is the best thing ever. I mean, waking up in the morning and walking into your bathroom and the floor is warm is so luxurious. So if you have the extra money, because it is a little more expensive, it's nice. They run on timers. You can set it to come on at whatever time in the morning, about an hour before you get up, and turn off whenever you want. It is a wonderful added expense. Mm-hmm. My cats, when they were alive, would lay on that floor all day if it could be heated. They loved it. Animals love the nice warm heat of the floor, especially if it's in the sunshine.
Absolutely. Our cat does the same thing. All right.
Yep.
So what else would you say is important as far as bathrooms? So let's talk a little bit about, do you want to add up some items that are good, about remodeling still?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things to think about with your fixtures, if you decide, so if you got to decide the finish. Do you want brass? Do you want chrome? Do you want satin nickel? And if whatever that decision is, it has to completely follow and coordinate itself throughout the bathroom. So if you're going to say you decide, hey, I want it to be chrome faucets. Well, that means your light fixture is chrome, your shower fixture is chrome, your hinges on your shower door are chrome, or your curtain rod is chrome, the little, your flush, the trip on the toilet that flushes the toilet is chrome. You need to be consistent throughout and coordinate all of your finishes. One of my little pet peeves with coordinating fixtures goes to round and square. When you get to your shower door, your hinges can either be rounded or squared. And if your faucets are a little more like a more contemporary faucet that has a little more square look to it, then you want to make sure that the light fixture you just has a little more square look to it. And then the hinges on your shower are squared, and the shower door handle is squared. Versus if it's rounded, then you go rounded. So that's just keeping in with the style and the finish that, it has that same look all around. I've seen people make a lot of mistakes, and they'll buy a faucet and then do something totally different in the shower. If you buy a Moen-Brantford faucet, you need the Moen-Brantford shower also, the shower faucet that matches it. You don't go switching your lines or your manufacturers. And it's definitely don't start switching manufacturers, because your finishes, when it comes to like a brass or a bronze finish, if you're using those, are going to be totally different with each manufacturer. I mean, the safest thing is obviously satin, nickel, and chrome, because they're usually all the same throughout every manufacturer. But when it comes to the other colors, I mean, black is also the same to each manufacturer. But bronze, brass, those can look different depending upon the manufacturer. Even the stainless can look different. So I would say be careful to coordinate within the same manufacturer. And some of those manufacturers might be, if you like the Kohler look, then stay with Kohler for everything. If you like Moen, you can do Moen. If you want to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, you're going to see Moen there. You'll see some Kohler, but you'll see Delta, and you'll see American Standard. So it's important, even when you're getting your toilet, just get a white toilet, but then no matter what, get a white sink. You don't need to use biscuit or any of the other colors they have. I always say stick with white. It's timeless.
Got it. I love white as well. What's the next favorite color, would you say?
For toilet?
For bathrooms itself, the cabinetry is white, like the main color for everyone nowadays? Okay.
I would say I'm seeing still a ton of white in the bathroom. I'm also seeing, we're going back to, and this is kind of more of a farmhouse, transitional farmhouse look, is like the white oak, more of a natural wood is coming back because people want more earthy elements. So I'm seeing a ton of natural wood come back. Not dark stain, more of a lighter stained wood that's like a white oak or a white maple or something like that. And then a couple of, I'm still seeing a little bit of gray, but I think the white oak and that lighter wood is taking the place of some gray now, which is nice. And I think if you have, kids in the bathroom, wood is more forgiving than painted wood. So natural wood is definitely going to be more forgiving than painted wood, where they're going to scratch it or nick it.
And what about the handles and all? Like what type of, some are stainless steel, some are, what's the trend right now? What colors?
Well, your color, it depends upon the color of your fixtures. If you're going with chrome fixtures, then you're going with chrome handles. If you're going with black fixtures, you're going with black handles. And the same thing rules. If you're going with a square type of fixture, then your handle should have more squareness to it. If you're going with more rounded fixtures, then again, you could do more of a rounded handle. But that actually flows. So I always say, and I like handles better than pulls, because anybody that touches a pull, their fingers touching the cabinet. And that means when your fingers touch the cabinet, you're getting oils and grease and you're going to wear it down. So the pull, having it so that it's big enough, like a 4 to 5 inch versus the smaller 3, gives you room to get your hand in there and actually just touch the handle and not touch the cabinet.
Got it.
The reason why cabinets actually get ruined is because your fingertips have oils on them, and little by little they degrade the paint finish.
Got it. That's what's happening. Okay. I'm witnessing that now. Okay.
Yep.
Yep, unfortunately.
So one of the other, it is, I know. So a lot of people also ask me, oh, I want that showerless door system where it's just a walk-in shower. And that is great to do if you're building the house from ground up. But if you're trying to renovate your bathroom, it's a pitch to the whole floor that has to happen, and it's very hard to do when you're remodeling a bathroom. It's really only feasible easily is when you are actually got it like building a house. So if you're starting from scratch and building a home, or you're adding on and building a whole new shower, then it can be done. It's really more difficult to do to get the water to flow correctly and not be all over the place when it's a remodel. And you really need a lot of room because you really want that completely separate from your sink area so that you have a big enough bathroom and you're not slipping and sliding in water.
Got it. Good to know. And heated floors, what about those? Is that worth it?
Yep, absolutely. You definitely want to heat your floor. Another thing with bathrooms is sometimes a bathroom may not have a window. And not always, but I've seen a lot lately, some in the older homes, there's no windows, and people say, well, how can I brighten up the space? And there's something called a solar tube, and it basically goes into the ceiling and then out the roof, and it actually brings in natural light, and it can make the bathroom look like it has daylight in it. And they're fabulous. They really, I have a bathroom, a Jack and Jill bathroom. For some reason, there's no window. And there was room for one between the two things, but they just never put it in. So when I moved in, I put a solar tube in because I thought, wow, there's no natural light. You know, it's kind of weird in this bathroom. And it's nice. You wake up in the morning, you see the light coming in, you think, oh, what's that? There's a window, but it's a solar tube.
Got it. Absolutely. All right. And then also, let me ask you this. I was reading about just a quick question. The tiles on your shower walls nowadays in regards to grout, are they making them groutless, like together really close, or what is the new design? Because I hate having to clean mold.
Yeah, the new trend is to put them as close as possible. And that really is depending on your tile person. It's about the little dividers that they purchase, and they tend to, if they're not more up to date, they may have the older dividers, which put more grout line in. But you really don't want that. I've done a lot of even 2x4 tiles up the wall and just put them right together so that they're close, they're not, you don't have as much grout. And that goes for the floor. So right now, it's as little grout as possible no matter what tile you're using. And you want to make sure whoever you're hiring to do your tile installation knows that. And if that means they have to buy new of those little dividers that they put in, they need to do that because you want to let them know, I want as little grout as possible. Because grout's what actually discolors the fastest in the bathroom.
Yep.
Whether it be the floor or the walls, and you're like, oh, my God, I have to scrub this or I have to do something to get it clean. So I agree. It's much better to have as little grout as possible.
Got it. All right. Good to know. And then also just curious, I mean, right, still to this day, if you have to choose a bathroom in your home, now, should we have showers or tubs? Or nice if you can have both. But what if you're in a house that's small enough where you only have, what do you do in those situations?
So if you're in a home that only has one bathroom, one full bathroom, you definitely still need a tub. Because if you're reselling that house and somebody has kids, you know how hard it is once they get to a certain age. You need a tub. But if you are fortunate enough to have two bathrooms upstairs, say you have a master and a regular one, then your main hall bathroom where the kids would be, you'd get a tub. You don't have to have a tub in your master if it's not big enough for one. It's fine just to have a shower and a nice vanity. If your bathroom is big enough in the master, I always say do a soaking tub now. So master bedrooms sell a house. People come in and they want to envision themselves living a certain life. They want a beautiful kitchen and they want a beautiful master suite. that's spa-like. So if you have the space, great, put a soaking tub. But if you don't squeeze it in. Just put in a beautiful shower. And sometimes you can have enough room to put a shower with double shower heads, and people feel like, oh, my God, that's so decadent. Do you ever really use both of them? No, but it's okay.
Yep.
Yep, but it's nice to say, hey, I have a beautiful bath. I always say with the bathroom, again, keep it neutral, keep it clean. You can always paint the walls color and get colorful towels and do accents in a color, but you're not going to do it over several times. You're going to do it once every 15, 20 years. So keep it as neutral as you can, knowing that, you can accessorize with different colors.
Yeah.
You can put artwork. You can do anything you want. Colorful towels, anything you want to kind of to give it the color.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this, crown molding in a bathroom, or is that not a good thing only because of, like, the moisture? Just curious.
No, I think crown molding is beautiful in the bathroom. I think crown molding anywhere in the house is beautiful. I am a huge fan of crown molding. It adds elegance to the house. As big as you can go. It depends on your ceiling height. I also think I don't let anybody put tile up as your baseboard. You actually need wood baseboard, in your bathroom. Sometimes I've seen still some people using, like, a little piece of the tile as the baseboard, and that's not really the way to go. You really want it to be a regular baseboard, and, crown if you can fit it, and make it look that way. I mean, it just really adds an elegance to it.
Got it. Well, let's also at this time remind our listeners, of course, if they want to reach out to you for a consultation, how do they do that? And then let's talk about the process. Do you believe in doing the 3D drawings for them? I know you have a great program that you use. It's seeing is believing, right?
It is. And a picture's worth 1,000 words, and there's only 2% of the population that can envision it. So I really believe if you say to me, I have a bathroom I want to redo, I do a free phone consultation, then we make an appointment for me to come to the house and look at the bathroom. I try not to move the toilet and where the shower is if I can, because that's less expensive, but I take my pictures, my measurements, I go back and I put it on my chief architect, and then I can get you online and walk you through 3D. Hey, this is what the bathroom can look like. This is what it looks like now with the tile on your walls, and then here's what it's going to look like, because I can take them through with a picture and say, okay, now what do you think? And they're like, oh, my God, that's so much better. I mean, it's so bright, So it's been fun to be able to do that with people. And it's a great process for people to envision. I do it with both my kitchens and my bathrooms. And I do it if I'm just renovating a basement or a bonus room. I mean, truly, I think that putting it as a picture so you can see what it's going to look like is really important.
Got it. Well, at this time, can I ask you how we can reach out to you directly?
Yes, you can email me at any time, Susan at SusanCorvo.com, or you can give me a phone call, 203-536-0712.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And looking forward to the next time we speak. Thank you, sweetheart. Have a great day. And to all of our listeners, the same. Stay tuned.